And good afternoon, San Antonio, and welcome to the Happy Handyman Show. I'm Trudy Chook, broadcasting live from Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. We're located at 2361 Northwest Military Highway, and the phone number here is 210-341-1573. We are also live streaming right now on Facebook, so if you want to jump over there and listen to us and then look at us online, because I'm going to show all the products, and we've got a bunch of new products. This is, it's an exciting part of the year. Springtime is new stuff, and more of my vendors are starting to be more confident about bringing out new stuff. And so we're going to talk about 3 or 4 different things, and some old things, some things that work every time, and then some new things that I'm super excited about that I feel like would be good for you, and some of it's outdoor stuff. So, all right, let me tell you where we're located again. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway, which is about 2 miles north of Loop 410, right past the light at Lock Hill, Selma. And the number is 210-341-1573. You can call the store if you have a question. If you would like to order anything, we have a website it has everything that I'm going to talk about today. You could go out there and have it shipped. We ship nationwide, and so you can go out there. Anything that's over $20, we ship for $6. So it's a pretty good freight rate, and that way you can get some of these products right to your front door if your local hardware store doesn't have them. So let's see. So let's get started. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to David Bixler. He is a longtime customer, and we just want to give a big shout out to him. Hey, David, hope you're listening to the show today. All right, so, they're all talking, all the weathermen are talking about the storms that are going to be coming up. And if you have a roof that, for the most part, keeps you high and dry in regular rain, but what happens if you have a blowing rain? And then all of a sudden you see those wet spots on the ceiling again, and you're having to you call somebody else to see if they can take care of it, and then come again when we have another rain like that, you see the same problem. So when they're treating it with an asphalt, it just is not taking care of it. But I want to talk to you about what most contractors will use, and that is Through the Roof. Through the Roof is a crystal clear product, and I'm showing it now on Facebook, and they put it in a clear container so that you can see how crystal clear it is. Because the last thing on your roof is you don't want a big black spot that stands out on your beautiful new roof. And why not have a clear patch that takes care of everything even better? Okay? Through the Roof, we always tease, it says it doesn't stand out, but it stands up. It is a rubber elastomeric that goes on the roof that allows you to seal leaks even when the surface is wet. So where do you get those little problems around when you get blowing rain? Most of the time, it's in the fireplace area. If you have a fireplace and where the 2 areas come together, okay, sometimes it's very difficult to flash and caulk in that area. Well, Through the Roof will take care of it for you every time. Even if you have to, if you get a roofer to go up there, supply them with the Through the Roof. Most of the time they'll carry it, and that's what they like to use. But if not, make sure you bring in Through the Roof for them. And you can even put it on when it's wet outside. It's great for, you can repair stuff with it. If you've got a loose shingle, and that could be your whole problem. If you've got a broken tile, you can repair it all with Through the Roof. If you've got an area that constantly, that blowing rain will bring in the moisture inside and stain the ceiling tile or the ceiling, then through the roof is great. It comes in a caulk formula, which is also good for where you have a connecting patio cover, maybe where your patio cover connects to the house. There's a little bit of a gap that maybe your caulking has shrunk. That happens a lot with an inexpensive caulk, but through the roof will not do that and will span almost an inch. So if you have a leak there, if by the fireplace, broken tiles, loose shingles, through the roof is what you want to use, okay? And it really hasn't gone up in price much in the last couple of years, so it's still an excellent product. Oh, and just to let you know, whenever you use through the roof, whatever you patch is good for 10 years. It adds 10 years to the life of the roof. It's pretty good stuff. Sashco sealants. They make all kinds of sealants for the outside, for the inside. So if you're looking for a sealant, look for the Sashco name first. They do a really good job. You can use it on galvanized metal, aluminum flashing, vent pipes. So like if you've got a vent pipe going through the roof, that's how they named it, through the roof. Skylights, gutters, downspouts. You can also, on your guttering, if you've got some leaks in your guttering, you can take care of those with the through the roof and the brushable. It also comes in a gallon brushable, I think, and you can use it on any kind of roofing. So cedar shake, you don't see too much of that these days. Asphalt, cement, slate, glazed tile. You can put it around roof jacks, air conditioning units, and also on your metal RV roofs. It's an excellent product. You cannot go wrong. How many of you put up a new fence this spring? A brand new fence, and oh my gosh, it looks so good. Everybody that comes by says, wow, your fence looks great. It looks new. Yeah, new is good. But then if you don't protect that, it will start to gray. And I know some people like that, but you know what gray means? The wood is deteriorating. It's not just taking a nice patina. It's deteriorating, and you don't want to have to do this again. So what is a good product to use on your new fence? That is Ready Seal. Ready Seal is an oil-based, semi-transparent inlays. Like if you want to use it on a new, because a semi-transparent, you'll be able to see all the wood, all the wood grain, the pretty wood in your new fence. It's a semi-transparent sealer and stain. Now, don't get hung up on the part where it says sealer and stain. Your stain is your sealer, okay? You don't have to, if you do another stain on your roof, on your fence, you do not have to go back and look for something that says seal, because your stain is your seal, okay? It's a unique blend. It's an oil base, so it's got resins in it, pigment, oil. It's got an algicide in it to keep it from turning green, and it's so easy to use. In fact, their byline is it's goof proof. So who's going to do their fence? Well, that's going to be me. Hi, Cindy. Have anything for rants? If you have a question and you're out on Facebook, you can put it out there. I'll try to answer it. If we have a bunch of questions, I'll stay on after the show is over on WOAI. Okay, so, and it's so easy. The Ready Seal is so easy to apply. Just put it in a pump-up sprayer and don't thin it down any at all. Put it in a pump-up sprayer. Cover anything that you don't want stained. Because I even cover up the grass and stuff because I don't want I have to grow through that. So cover anything up you don't want, do it in a nice, still day, and then just go to town. Do one coat, and in, I'm going to need to look it up, but I think you do another coat about several weeks later. I may have to check on that. Okay, So don't quote me on that part. But if you come in, take a look at the Ready Seal. It comes in standard colors. And like I say, it's an oil base. And why do you want oil? Because oil will go deep into the wood, giving you protections, as opposed to a latex that just lays on the surface. That will end up, when you have it outside like that, it will end up peeling and flaking and just look horrible. Okay. All right, another new product. But let me tell you where we're located again. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway, and the store is going to be open until 6:30 today. Tomorrow, 11 to 5. We're going to have a big event in a couple of weeks. It's going to be our Mother's Day event. And right now we are putting together, we are going to blow these stops out for this Mother's Day event. It's going to be more giveaways, more special pricing than we have ever done. And so you don't want to miss out. If you're not a part of our email, you should. And that way you get all these events all the time. And you know about it. Also, if you're part of our email, we send you a coupon out for 20% off. Okay? All right, so the new thing that we have that we found at the Do It Best show is called Farmer's Defense. How many people have you seen when they're out gardening and they have these sleeves on, okay? And you can tell it's a separate sleeve from like their t-shirt they have on. Well, that's what this Farmer's Defense is. It is protection for your arms and your skin. Like if you're going and trimming back a bunch of stuff, especially like roses or bougainvilleas, those things are mean, and you want some protection for your skin, well, this Farmer's Defense is really good. But another thing that it helps with is all the sun that you get while you're outside. And it's made out of a fabric that's made out of recycled materials, kind of like water bottles, okay? So it's super cooling, and it wicks away from your skin so you don't get hot. So it's made out of this 85% Repreve polyester and 15% spandex. So I tried them on. They're super comfortable. They stay up real well. They come in a couple of different sizes, a small, medium, and then a medium large. And they come in either a bunch of colors, but if you're not in for flowers and stuff like that, they come in solids also. But come by and take a look. I would think this, if your mom likes to do gardening outside, this would be something great for her. And then, you know, when she's done gardening, she doesn't have to just change clothes and get into a short sleeve. She just takes off her sleeves and can get on to other jobs that she likes doing. So it has an anti-slide at the top. It has a place for your thumb at the bottom. It's got a 4-way stretch. So, but like I said, they're super comfy. You can use it in your gardening, your yard work. If you're a farmer, you could use that. And and we're going to have them, and we're also going to put them online too. So if you want to do that. So that is another new thing that we have, all different colors. Now, let's see. I had a customer that came in, and she says, Trudy, do you have Biotone Starter Plus? Well, no, I didn't even know about it. Well, we do have, they're called the Tone family, and Espoma is a family-owned business, still family-owned since 1929. Completely organic, when organic really wasn't even a thing back then. I mean, how many of us, in the last 15 years, maybe that's when people started talking about organics so much, but they were doing it way back when. So I was thinking, they probably know how to do it a whole lot better than other people. But the Biotone Starter Plus is a granule, okay, fertilizer. This one says starter plant food. It has mycorrhizal in it, and I'm probably saying that all wrong. But what that does, because some of our stuff outside has that, it helps the plant shake hands with the soil. So that means that it will help the plant establish better. They grow deeper roots, bigger blooms. So like if you're doing something that's flowering, you're going to get a bigger bloom. Like I said, it's completely natural, organic approved. It's got beneficial microbes in it. No sludges or fillers. I didn't even know things like that had that. And in fact, the place where you even make it, it is all solar. I mean, they are really on top of the game. It's the Espoma family, and the Biotone Starter Plus is in the blue bag. So my customer was telling me this is what she likes to do, and she then showed me pictures of what her garden looked like last year, and in that horrible, horrible summer that we had, her stuff looked great. So I'm like going to follow her lead on this. So she says you start with the Biotone. So like if you're going to plant something, and you can use this in the ground or in pots, okay? And you put this down and mix it with the new soil that you're going to put in the ground, the Biotone starter, and then you backfill all that and put your plant in, and then you're going to use the plant tone. See, they all say tone on the end of it. You're going to use the organic plant tone. And this is also says that it is a longer lasting formula, so it's a slow release, okay? Slow release for annuals, perennials, vegetables, trees, and shrubs. So if you're trying to start a small tree, if you're trying to get your shrubs back and going this year, then this would be a good way to start. So you start with the Biotone after you, Biotone Starter Plus, after you dig in and put it down with your soil, and then after you put your plant in, then you sprinkle the organic plant tone, all-purpose plant food on top. And if my plants are going to look as good as hers did, even in that horrible weather that we had last year, I'm all for it. Because I don't know about y'all, but I did a ton of plants last year. I lost them all. And I was out there watering all the time, but you know when it's 100 and something day after day after day after day, even watering doesn't help. But maybe if I start the right way this time, we'll get some progress going. All right, now you're probably going to start seeing more mosquitoes. We have had, I know y'all don't believe it, but we have had more rain in the last few months this spring than in like the last 12 years. And so that's great. But then what does it bring on? It brings on mosquitoes. And I talked to y'all before about a couple of things that you can do for mosquitoes, but let me tell you about something else. If you're getting ready to have a party, okay, and maybe what you're doing for mosquitoes hasn't really had a chance to catch on yet. Sometimes it takes these things a couple of weeks to start getting rid of the whole mosquito little population. It doesn't just happen overnight. Then what can you do so that you can go out and play and have a good time? Well, you want to use something that will treat the grass and the ground right away. And that is called, I like to use the one by Bonide called Mosquito Beater. It does a really good job. It's made with a pyrethrin. So what does that mean? It's all natural, as long as you don't add anything to it. This one is ready to, the one I'm showing on Facebook is the kind you hook up to your hose, and you wouldn't get a chance to add anything to it. They do make a concentrate that you can mix yourself, but as long as you're using something like this that goes into your hose, it's real easy to spray. It'll cover 5,000 square feet, which is about most size homes here in San Antonio, and it'll take care of your, not only just mosquitoes, it takes care of like gnats and all kinds of stuff. I thought I had some information on here. Hang on just a second. Yeah, here we go. Mosquitoes and gnats and anything else that's kind of flying that bites. Okay, so this is something that is easy to use. Mosquito beater. It's going to be under $20 if you're not close to where I am. If you have a hardware store, they should have it. Bonite is a very big group, so and it'll kill and repel bugs right away. And it's safe to get out and on once it's dry. And so usually that'll take about maybe 30 minutes, and your kids and your animals can get out in it. Now, if you want to use something like a granule, they also do that, mosquito beater in a granule. So that's really good, like for your gardens. If you have an area that you notice specific, a lot of activity, then the granule is really good too. Now that one has more oils in it. That one has like citronella, garlic, geranium, and lemongrass in it. So those are all natural repellents for mosquitoes and stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I like the hose in one because you spray it, you're done, there's no shaking, no anything. And they're super easy to use. Last week, I talked to you about a new product that we had, and I wanted to mention it again in case you missed it. And it's called Libman Tear and Wipe. So what is a tear and wipe? Hi, Karen. I haven't seen you in a long time. It's nice to see you. Okay. And we need to talk to you. Okay, the Libman Tear and Wipe is the coolest thing. It is microfiber cloth on a roll, okay? And it's a super nice microfiber. You know how some microfibers are not made well, and if you touch them, they are very irritating to your skin, okay? Not these. These are soft. You can wash them. And I have used them on everything because I saw them at the Do It Best show, and this is new for Libman, okay? And so I tore one off and I cleaned off. When I get my crystal out of my dishwasher, I always have a little bit of dampness, so I used all that. And then, Teresa, they are interesting. These are people, those of you listening on the radio show, who is she talking to? It's the people on Facebook. They are very interesting. And so I use it to wipe off all my crystal. I use it, and since it's a microfiber, you have to remember whenever you use it to clean stuff up, instead of like a sponge that just pushes stuff around and you have to corral it, microfibers kind of are like magnets with stuff like that, and it's the way the ends are exploded. And so I did the top of my stove. My crystal looked great. I put one in my lunch kit because it's better. I didn't have to throw it away. If I wanted to use it again, I just rinse it out when I got home, let it dry, and I use it again. I am being more and more conscious of everything that we throw in a landfill. It could be that, you know, I have a grandchild and I want them to have things that are not all messed up. So, yes, I would say, someone asked if you could use it at work. Absolutely. And then I tore one off and I put it in my car. Okay? Okay. So stay tuned for what I did in my car because I have to give some instructions. Okay. All right. That's it for this week, folks. Let me tell you where we're located. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. Store's going to be open until 6:30, tomorrow 11 to 5. The phone number is 210-341-1573. Anything that I talked about today, give me a call. I'll tell you all about it. And that's it for this week, folks. It's time for you to roll up your sleeves and get busy. on some of these projects that we've been talking about. But by all means, you remember one thing. It will always be a great day to paint. Bye. Bye. Okay, for those of you that are on Facebook, let me see if I can answer more of your questions. Okay, so Teresa, wonder if my husband could use it at work. He's a mechanic. Absolutely. I tore one of these off and I kept it in my car. And while I was just like sitting at a stoplight, I was cleaning off everything in my car. Left no lint. It tell you, okay, how many of you get that film that's on the inside of your windshield and it drives you nuts because you don't see it until you hit the sun and then you're blinded? Okay, I had a tiny bit of water on this and then it cleaned everything off. No streaks, no spots. And this sells for about $8, probably it'd be $9 online. And there's 15 of them. So they're like 50 cents a piece. It's awesome. And it's still, even though it is a very reasonable microfiber, it still removes 99% of bacteria. And the reason it does that is the way that it is formulated with that blown out tip that will grab everything. Okay, so I would love it if y'all got something like this, whether you get it from me or your local hardware store. Send me an email or give me a call and tell me how you have used it, because I think these things are so nice. Made by Libman. I love Libman. They make great brooms and mops and everything like that. So, all right. Does anybody else have any questions that they want to ask? I want to remind everybody on Facebook, you know, when you come into the store, if you're here in San Antonio, be sure and sign up for our email. Not only does that let you find out about all the things that are happening here at the store, but we post stuff out there all the time. Apparel, and it's mainly just for the gift shop. Okay, I'll be real honest with you. We do things for the hardware store too, and we talk about new products, but most of it is for the gift shop. We send out a email once a month, and attached to that email there will be 2 coupons. One for the gift shop, which is 20% off, so if you ever come in here and you look at something like a Consuela or a big wind chime and you go, oof, kind of out of my budget, then use your coupon. You can use it at any time on anything. Nothing's blacked out, no blackout dates, no nothing. You can always use your 20% off for that. And then in the hardware store, it's $10 off if you buy $40 or more. Hey, hand me one of those and I'll show people on Facebook right now. Let me tell you, thank you so much. All right, this Iowa, okay, smokehouse beef jerky. All right, this stuff is like steak in a bag. That's all I can tell you. My employees have gone nuts over this, along with my dog. And so if you want to give a gift to somebody, or shoot, this is such a better way to snack than like all kinds of candy and stuff like that. And it's super reasonable. Like this one, the home style, and this one's soft, right? The home style.
It's got a little bit
of a chew to it. Okay, good, Teresa. You come on in and buy that. And come by and look at this. This is it's a little chewy, and it's like $12.99 for a big package of it like this. All right, so, and then they do these country style bacon meat chips. Look at all that you get. This is like $15.99. I would think this would be a great Father's Day gift. Everybody that walks past it grabs a bag. Yeah, oh, it's some more stuff, yeah. See, they're super good. So come on in and check that out. We've got a bunch of new stuff in the gift shop. Oh, excuse me. And we're gonna have, like I said, let me tell you about what this Mother's Day event's gonna be, since I'm not on the radio. It's going to be the 10th and the 11th from 8 a.m. to 6:30. We're going to have a raffle for 2 Consuela purses. And the way you get into on that raffle is you buy a raffle ticket, and they're going to be $10 a piece. You can buy 1, you can buy 10. It doesn't make away, but we are giving away 2, a big purse, and then an everyday tote, okay? A classic tote and everyday. And then all of the ladies that come in are going to get a free flower. Now, we used to do live flowers. Dad used to go because he had a truck, and he would go to this place in Seguin and get flowers for everybody. But I don't keep any vehicles anymore at the store, and so we found this line that we have carried before, and we're going to bring it back again, and it's called Fresh Cut Paper, and it is paper flowers. But just throw away all the ideas that you have about what you think a paper flower looks like, and come on in or Google it right now on their website and look at it. And we're going to have those. And they have one that's a 6-inch one, which would be perfect for like bedside table. If you have somebody that's in the hospital, if you want to put one on your desk at work, whatever, they will be great little gifts. And we're giving them away to every lady that walks in for as supplies last. We're going to have 3 different price levels. If you spend $25 in the gift shop, you'll get a free gift for that. If you spend $50, if you spend $75, there's going to be 3 different levels, and we're going to be giving away a lot of stuff. We're going to stuff some bags, and we're going to say, here you go, it's all for you, mama. And then we're going to have 60 off on some things that we haven't put on sale. Okay, we're going to do some select glass house fragrances that we have ones of, and we're not going to bring back in. The fragrance is still wonderful, and so you might as well, because they let me do a fragrance and then they won't do it the next year. And so there's nothing wrong with them. They smell wonderful. The glass on them is beautiful. There's going to be 60 off. Some select Orleans fragrances, Jazz and Carnival, they're going to be 60% off. The long sleeve powder pajamas, 60 off. Those are $100 pajamas. You can get them for $40. I mean, you need to come in and take a look at it. All candle warmers and candle warmer brand melts, 60% off. And to make your shopping a little more pleasurable, there will be mimosas and there will be snacks. So you need to come in that weekend, whether you're buying for yourself or buying for someone else. Mamas and Mimosas on the 10th and 11th. Sign up for our email when you come in the store to make sure you get all these events. You guys, thanks so much for watching. Come in the store, come say hi, and come look at the new stuff that we got going on. You guys take care. Bye.